want you to watch to the left as the smoke comes on, as Kirby Chambliss, Red Bull Air Race World Champion, goes into his first maneuver directly on takeoff. It's called the Cobra. Take a look as he slows this airplane down, just holding it on sheer horsepower and pilot skill to get things started for us here this afternoon. We're going to watch this guy as he works his way to the right in this American-made aircraft, the Zivco Edge 540, as he rings this thing out to its maximum. This Edge 540, one of just a couple of airplanes that Kirby owns, and he actually flies from his home right here in Arizona. It allows him to actually get up, get a glass of orange juice, go flying, and be back for afternoon TV. We're going to watch him now to the left with a rapid onset of G into the vertical with a point roll and a snap as he goes all the way around, running out of airspeed down to 0 miles an hour. There's a forward somersault as he holds it to the inverted position and now trades that altitude for airspeed as he dives in at over 220 miles an hour. Kirby's introduction to aerobatics was a bit by accident. He was flying for a corporate flight department when he was 21 years old as the chief pilot, and the CEO said, "Kirby, if this airplane ever ends up upside down, you need to know how to turn it right side up without hurting everybody on board." Kirby says, "Well, that makes sense to me." And from that point forward, flying has become more than Kirby has ever imagined. Today, he's locked in at more than 27,000 hours of flight time and has traveled the world performing aerobatic displays and racing with Red Bull, and again is one of the most accomplished aerobatic pilots any place. Kirby also holds the distinction of being the youngest pilot ever to occupy the left seat of a Southwest Airlines airliner at just 28 years old. We're going to watch him now to the left as he pushes the throttle to max power, some 350 plus horsepower being generated by that Lycoming AEIO Thunderbolt engine. Up and over the top as he looks at us from the inverted position, tearing this guy to shreds. What do you think, Tucson? Let's give it up for Kirby Chambliss. This man is in the zone. He's now going to take it vertical once again, about 7 times the force of gravity right there as he tilts his head back and picks up our show line once again. He's now from the inverted position going to perform 2 snap rolls. There's 1 and 2 and a roll in the opposite direction. And of course the wing flash, that signature move of Kirby Chambliss and his aggressive and explosive flying style. This Zivco Edge 540, purpose-built for the type of flying that you're seeing today, and you may be very familiar. It is indeed the platform used as part of the Red Bull Air Race World Championships. Even though the racing discontinued back in 2019, Kirby continues to keep his flying skills sharp as he backs it up in the torque roll and recovering right out of the sun. Again, showcasing to us why Red Bull gives you wings. He is tearing up big time for us here in the skies over Tucson. Let's make some noise so he can hear you, and give it up for Kirby Chambliss. Rocking and rolling this Zivco Edge 540. Right down on the deck as he sets up his next series of maneuvers. We like to call this the avalanche. It's a loop with a roll on the top as he now goes nose for tail, tail for nose. Oh boy! Don't you want your mother-in-law up there? That's certainly one incredible ride indeed. Kirby Chambliss, a guy that goes down in the history book as being a Red Bull Air Race World Champion. and of course one of our stellar performers here at Thunder and Lightning over Arizona 2025. Watch again for that signature reversal. There's the 2 snap rolls. And of course the wing flash showcasing to you Red Bull once again as he now pushes forward. Oh, that's gotta hurt. All the forces of gravity trying to push him out of the cockpit while inverted. And of course during today's performance, Kirby will be experiencing upwards to 12 times the force of gravity, or 12 G's pushing him into the cockpit, and some 6 to 7 G's trying to throw him out of it. By the early 2000s, Kirby was recognized as one of the top 15 aerobatic pilots in the world and was asked to compete in the very first Red Bull Air Race. Kirby's very proud of his experiences traveling across the world and representing Red Bull on an international level. His other interests, running, skydiving, and motocross, and he just recently picked up flying helicopters. Why? Just because he can. The Edge 540 again weighing in at about 1,200 pounds, and with all that power, it gives Kirby the ability at times to almost stop this airplane dead straight in the air. Working his way around from the right, Kirby Chambliss and the Red Bull Zimco Edge 540. Going by in the slide winder maneuver. Down at jackrabbit scaring altitudes, Kirby Chambliss, he's not afraid of getting down and dirty in this airplane. He's very comfortable. That's a signature mark of many of the air race pilots that took place as part of that Air Race World Championship. He's going to slow the airplane down. We saw the Cobra a little bit earlier. He's going to do it again right behind the Thunderbirds. Let's watch him. Strike it out of nowhere. Kirby's a guy who had one goal and one goal in mind, and never in his wildest dreams would he have thought that he'd be flying in front of millions of spectators each year and being paid to do so, as we continue to watch him from the right in the photo pass. Absolutely incredible. Kirby's going to work his way into the freestyle portion of his routine. Climbing again once again, going a bit off script as he works every inch of the aerobatic airspace out there. A titan in our air show business. Again, the 2022 recipient of the Art Show Memorial Showmanship Award. Slowed it down to nearly zero airspeed. How about that, Tucson? Let's make some noise for Red Bull's Kirby Chambliss. He wants to thank Piper Aircraft, Tempest, Precision Aeromotive, at Parker Aerospace, to MGL Avionics, Concord Batteries, Goodyear Aviation, MT Propeller, AC Air Technology, Skydive Arizona, Aircraft Screws and Specialty, and High Performance Aircraft. And of course to Red Bull, giving him wings. In the inverted position, hang on just by his seat belts and shoulder harnesses, right over top of the Thunderbirds. Completing his performance for us here at Thunder and Lightning over Arizona 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it? One big final round of applause for the guy and the 2022 recipient of the Art Show Memorial Showmanship Award, Kirby Chambliss.
Safe and sound. I can feel your